Y'all. First of all, we're going to give all praises, all glory, and honor to YAHAWAH, Shem, YAHAWASHI. Second, want to give double honor to the Apostle Elder GreatMillstone, who will well. Third, want to say Shalom, Mahabla, Baki, Yashua, Sharala, do hopeful elect, especially truth to the forecast of the earth. So yeah, today's topic, man, is just gonna be on basically who you waiting on, man. See what I'm saying? And basically everything in its truth, nothing comes with a shortcut, man. There's really no easy way to do anything, and if it does, and if it is the easy way, more than likely it's because Satan has his hand in it, man. See what I'm saying? So let me just go ahead and bring up some scriptures. I didn't really prepare for this. I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to just kind of brainstorm, and when they come to my mind, I'm gonna have to bring them out. But let me get some to start off with, man. Let's see. Recording work. Okay, cool. So I'll start off here. This came to mind, man. So let's start. So let's get this. I'm gonna start at verse 20, man. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna start at verse 17. It says, "And Yahushua answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. And I say unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it," man. So where we are now technically would be hell, you know what I'm saying? That valley of the shadow of death, man. Because it's that world, that Satan tried to offer the Lord. Obviously, he didn't go for it, man. See what I'm saying? Because he already know, so because you already know that his father's house is many mansions, and this isn't crap to be point blank period. So let's keep going. It says, "And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, man. And whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven, man." So that's very key right there, man. So let's get that. Bound on earth shall be bound in heaven. Loosed on earth shall be loosed in heaven. So let's go to that in blue. Let's get that. Matthew 16 and verse 19. Let's get it. Yeah, here we go. Let's get it. And it's Strong's, man. Let's see. That's what chains. So see if this is what I'm looking for. Bind, to tie, fasten, to bind fast with chains, to throw into chains. See what I'm saying? So let's get that. So bound says whatever should be chained up on earth. Let's see. Loosed. Let's see. If I can find it. Loose earth thing tied. So basically, that's not what I was looking for. So let's keep going. Let's see. So reiterate it. It says, verse 20, it says, then charged he his disciples that they should tell no man that he was YAHAWASHI and Mashiach, man. It says, for that time force began. That told you right there that this truth isn't meant to be heard by everyone, man. See what I'm saying? So it said he charged his disciples, his disciples, that they should tell no man that he was Yahushua and Mashiach. It says, for that time forth began Yahushua to shew unto his disciples how he must go unto Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed and be raised again a third day, man. And you see all this. Technically, Satan tried to offer this messed up world to Yahawashi, you see what I'm saying? And he wouldn't have had to go through all that, but he already knew what he had to do when he came here, you see what I'm saying? He could have took the scraps that was trying to be gambled, trying to be bargained, you see what I'm saying? And he could have went with it, but obviously he wasn't going to, because he knew that he had to do this for the Father, man, for his Father, man. So let's keep going. It says, Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from thee, Lord, this shall not be unto thee, man. So basically, this burden or this heavy task that he had to go through, Peter said, Hey, man, take it from you, man. There's obviously, in Peter's mind, he's like, okay, there's got to be another way, we can do this besides you having to go through this, man. See what I'm saying? And he knew that it would come to pass because obviously YAHAWASHI is not a man that he should lie, man. See what I'm saying? He knows what's to come, and he knows the past, and he knows the present, man. See what I'm saying? Peter wanted to be, he was just in his emotions right there. You see what I'm saying? He wanted it to be far from him, as in there's another way to do it. And we already know that, of course, the Lord could have done it any way that he wanted to, man. But he didn't go the easy route, man. And why? Because if he would have took the easy route, then either when we take the easy route, more than likely Satan has his hand in it, man. See what I'm saying? So let's keep going. It says, but he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan, man. See what I'm saying? Why? Because YAHAWASHI knew the burden that he had to take, that he had to go through. And then when Peter basically said, get that he didn't, let's just go back, man. It says, then Peter took and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from thee, man. So he said, basically, be it far from him, man. See what I'm saying? He was like rebuking him, saying that he didn't have to go through it, man. How you gonna rebuke YAHAWASHI, man? See what I'm saying? Hey, but that just shows you the level that the disciples were on, man. See what I'm saying? But obviously no regular man can rebuke the Lord, man. But and live to talk about it, man. But the Lord, he was merciful anyway, man. But it says anyway, this shall not be unto thee, man. It says, but he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan, thou art an offense unto me, man. It says, for thou savorest not the things that be of the Most High, man. So savorest. So let me get that in the Strong's and see what it brings up, because I don't know what it's going to bring up. But through the Spirit, let me get that. So for thou savorest not the things that be of the Most High, but those that be of men. See what I'm saying? Be of men. Why? Because men, they want the easy and smooth and fast route, man. See what I'm saying? That's why people say, what? Speaking to me smooth things, because they want the easy, fast, and smooth route, man. But the hard route, the one that we take, the one that we go through, the spiritual man, see what I'm saying, understands that the race is not for the swift, man. Understands that this thing takes time, man. See what I'm saying? And no matter how much time it takes, it doesn't matter. Why? Because it's not our story, man. It's YAHAWASHI's story, man. And because of that, we're being written out, man. Because of that, our angels are beholding the face of the Father which is in heaven, meaning that they're recording back and forth, man. Meaning that you're going to be written in that book of life if you just keep doing what you got to do, man. But at the same time, you can't be building this temple with untempered mortar, man, because YAHAWASHI is not going to accept that, man. Anybody that's trying to build his temple, his spiritual temple, with untempered spiritual mortar, man, which is what holds the bricks together, man. That's what mortar is, man. See what I'm saying? I'm going to get that too, man. Then you're going to be spewed out, man. You see what I'm saying? It's not only because knowing and being able to do things is one aspect of this, man. But being impatient, alone is enough to get you spewed out, man. Because if you're impatient, then that means that what? Then you lose faith, man. You lose faith, and one of the reasons you lose faith is because you're prideful, man. And one of the biggest aspects of humility is being patient, man. See what I'm saying? Being patient to know that, okay, he said he was going to do this. The Lord said he was going to do this, and he's going to take his time no matter how long it takes. See what I'm saying? Even though he is moving quickly in angelic terms, man, that, hey, man, you gotta hold it out, man. See what I'm saying? There's no rushing it, man. So let's keep going. It says, so let's get that, man. I'm gonna read it back, and I'm gonna get that, man. It says, but he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan, man. Why? Because Satan was trying to get up in there and offer a swift, smooth, and painless resolution, man. See what I'm saying? Which he had plenty of options, man. See what I'm saying? Because he had plenty of outs. He's the Lord, man. He could have done whatever he wanted, man. See what I'm saying? That's why he said, if this is my kingdom, my servants shall fight, man. But guess what? He chose not to go out the easy way. He chose to go the route that had thorns, the fire on one side and deep water on the other side, man. Where he was hated, people didn't like him. People wanted to persecute him even though he was doing all good. Why? Because it wasn't the easy route, man. Because Satan likes shortcuts, man. See what I'm saying? So don't be waiting on Satan, man. And that's probably what this is going to be titled, is Don't Wait on Satan, man. It says, thou art an offense unto me, for thou savorest not the things that be of the Most High, but those that be of men. So let's get that, man. Let's get that again. Savorest, man. Just through the spirit. Let's get that, man. Savorous, Strong's number G5426. And it's Pronio. Fronio. Fronio. From Strong's G5424. To exercise the mind that is entertained or have a sentiment or opinion, by implication to be mentally disposed, more or less earnestly in a certain direction, intensely or to interest oneself in, with concern or obedience, set thy affection on, be careful, be like, be one, be of the same. Let this minded regard, savor, think. Sorry, Salaki, I'm bad with the words. Definition says to have understanding, be wise, to feel, to think, to have an opinion of oneself, think of oneself, to be modest, think of oneself, to be modest, to not let one's opinion, though just of himself, exceed the bounds of modesty, to think or judge what one's opinion is, to be, oh man, this is deep. Let's see. Usage of words. It says mind. Salakia says seek to strive for. It says mind, be, think, let, like-minded, savorous, affection, care, careful, regarded, thinkest, understood, word. Okay, so let's see. So I learned something today. But let's go back. It says, for thou savorest not the things that be of the Most High, but those that be of men, man. So yeah, man. So you don't have the like-mindedness of the Most High. You're not setting your affection on those things that be above, but the things that are below, man. See what I'm saying? And that's just another scripture, man. It says, but those that be of men. Then said YAHAWASHI unto his disciple, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me, man. It says, for whosoever. So yeah, the cross is a burden, man. It says, for whosoever shall save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life for my sake shall find it, man. It says, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the world and lose his own soul, man? So yeah, man. Let's keep going. It says, for what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Let me find the scripture and continue, man.